start. Laws of chemical combination. The combination of element to form compound is governed by the following 5 basic laws. First law is law of conservation of mass. This law was put forth by Anthony Lavoisier. In 1789, he performed careful experimental study for combustion reaction and reached to the conclusion that in all physical and chemical change there is no net change in their mass during the process. Hence, he reached to the conclusion that matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. This is called law of conservation of mass. This law formed the basis of several later developments in chemistry. In fact, this was the result to exact measurement of masses of reactant and product and carefully planned experiment performed by Lavoisier. Next law is law of definite proportion. This law was given by the French chemist Joseph Proust. He stated that a given compound always contain exactly the same proportion of element by weight. Proust worked with two samples or cupric carbonate, one of which was a natural origin and the other was synthetic. He found that a composition of element present in it was the same or both the samples as shown in below. Percentage of copper in a nature sample 35, percentage of carbon 9.74, percentage of oxygen 38.91, synthetic samples of carbon 51.35, percentage of carbon. First is a percentage of copper and second one is a percentage of carbon 9.74, and percentage of oxygen in synthetic samples 38.91. Thus we conclude that irrespective of the source, a given compound always contains same elements combined together in the same proportion by mass. The validity of this law has been confirmed by various experiments. It is sometimes also referred to a law of definite composition. Next law is a law of multiple proportion. This law was proposed by Dalton in 1803. According to this law, if two elements can be combined to form more than one compound, the mass of one element that combine with a fixed mass of the other element are in the ratio of small whole number. For example, the hydrogen combined with oxygen to form two compounds, namely water and hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen plus oxygen to form water, hydrogen plus oxygen to form hydrogen peroxide. Here the mass of oxygen, that is 16 gram and 32 gram, which combine with fixed mass of hydrogen bear simple ratio 16:32, that is 1:2. Then next law is Gay-Lussac law of gaseous volume. This law was given by Gay-Lussac in 1808. He observed that when gases combine or are produced in a chemical reaction, they do so in a simple ratio by volume. Provide all gases are at the same temperature and same pressure. Thus 100 ml of hydrogen combined with 50 ml of oxygen to give 100 ml of water vapor. 100 ml of hydrogen plus 50 ml of oxygen to form 100 ml of water. Thus, the volume of hydrogen and oxygen which combine 100 ml and 50 ml bear a simple ratio 2:1. Gay-Lussac discovered an integer ratio in volume relationship is actually the law of definite proportion by volume. The law of definite proportion stated earlier was with respect to mass. The Gay-Lussac law was explained properly by work of Avogadro in 1811. Avogadro law. In 1811, Avogadro proposed that equal volume of all gases at the same temperature and pressure should contain equal number of molecules. Avogadro made a distinction between atoms and molecules which is quite understandable in present time. If we consider again reaction of hydrogen and oxygen to produce water, we see that two volumes of hydrogen combine with one volume of oxygen to give two volume of water without leaving any unreacted oxygen. Note that in the each box contains equal number of molecules. In fact, Avogadro could explain the above result by considering the molecules to be polyatomic. If hydrogen and oxygen were considered as diatomic and recognized now, then the above results are easily understandable. However, Daltons and others believed that atoms of the same kind cannot combine and molecules of oxygen or hydrogen contain two atoms did not exist. Avogadro's proposal was published in the French journal de Physique in spite of being correct. It did not gain much support. After about 50 years in 1860s, the first international conference on chemistry was held in Karlsruhe, Germany. Resolve various ideas at the meeting. Stanislaus Canizera present as a sketch of a course of chemical philosophy which emphasizes on the importance of Avogadro's work.